What is going on, everyone? My name is Under the Radar, and welcome to the very first 7th Gen OU Wi-Fi battle that I will be having here on the channel. Now, of course, this is going to be pre-Pokebank, and I kind of want to say, I don't want to see any comments saying, like, when's the Draft League Viabilities coming back? I have a lot of content coming. Don't worry, they'll be coming back, but right now I kind of wanted to show off some cool Wi-Fi battles that I had on stream. Speaking of, I began streaming again, so if you are interested in watching me stream, where I do have the majority of my Wi-Fi battles, go ahead and follow me on Twitch. I'll gladly take battles there. They're really good, and I thoroughly enjoyed them. I'll upload them to the channel this way. I really do enjoy streaming Wi-Fi battles. So, this battle, I am bringing a team that my friend Paul passed me. It is Focus Sash Lead Mamoswine, it has Specs Primarina, it has Comfey, which is a Spadef Natural Cure set, not the Triage set. Then it has a physically defensive Rocky Helmet Toxapex, because that is the most cancerous thing in the entire world. Then it has a Flame Charge Alolan Marowak with Thick Club, Flame Charge, Flare Blitz, Shadow Bone, and Earthquake. And then, of course, Choice Scarf Xurkitree with Hidden Power Ground. So, Burge is bringing an Berk is his name, Berkeley92, his, Berkeley90, I'm sorry, his links will be down in the description below. Make sure you guys go over to his channel and sub to him, follow him on Twitter, really amazing dude. But his team is actually really unique. It has a Passimian, a Jolteon, of course, it has an Alolan Marowak as well, it has a Komala, which I really want to use, has a Reuniclus, and a Primarina. So, ultimately, I think that Focus Sash Lead Mamoswine just does a lot of damage to his team. If he wants to lead off with Passimian, it gets off a massive chunk of damage. If he wants to close combat me, and Night Shard should be able to pick him off after the -1. If he wants to lead with Jolteon, I can Earthquake and kill it. Same thing with Alolan Marowak. Komala won't like to take Earthquakes. His Primarina won't like to take Earthquakes, and neither will his Reuniclus. So, overall, Mamoswine does a massive amount of work to his team. So I figured that's going to be the best lead off, and let's just go ahead and hop right into the game. Alrighty, so I am being challenged by Burge, and as you were going to see, he's going to lead off with his Passimian. As I kind of sort of did expect, it's a very good Choice Scarf U-turner, very good at being Choice Scarf close combat with base 80 speed, exact same speed as Mamoswine. So, because I am max HP, I know I can take a U-turn fairly decently, so if he does go for U-turn, good, I get off a free Earthquake on something. His team does not appreciate Earthquake. He does go for the U-turn, and he's going to go into his Reuniclus. Now, as you're going to see by this damage, this is actually going to be a 3-hit KO on him, so this is very important for a couple different reasons. What this means is that it's going to force him to recover up at some point in time. Meaning, the second that he goes to recover up, I can either get a free switch, or whenever he goes to kill me, he'll be in low enough health to where Alolan Marowak will be able to come in and completely destroy this thing with a very solid Shadow Bone. It does a lot of, I think it does like 85% max, I think so. So, he's going to go for the Psyshock right here, and as you're going to see, it does not do over half, so I can live another. And what this means is that he either has to switch out and sack something off, or he has to let his Reuniclus go, which he cannot let his Reuniclus go at this point in time. So he's going to go back into his Passimian, and this thing is not going to appreciate this Earthquake. So I'm going to go for the Earthquake, it's going to go off, and as you are going to see, I am going to get the very fortunate critical hit right there, taking him down to about 10%. Did this crit matter in the long run? Yes, because it means that I don't have to do anything super spectacular. But what I can do right here is I have a very good check to this thing, so if I didn't get the crit, it wasn't the end of the world. I could still make this play, go into this thing right here, force him to take some Rocky Helmet damage, and get him to get the defense drops. But because of that crit, he is in fact going to die to the Rocky Helmet damage, and that is why Toxapex is disgusting. I hate this mod, but I love it. So right now he is going to go into his Reuniclus again, so we can get up the free recover. I am forced to switch out right here, unfortunately, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the very ballsy play and go into my Primarina. What this allows me to do is this allows me to get off a very powerful Specs Moonblast on something. Since I know he does have his Alolan Marowak, I'm not super worried if it comes in. If it's weakened, that means I'll be able to figure out if it's Spadef or if it's very offensive. There's a lot of things that I can do just from firing off a very powerful Specs Moonblast. So, what I'm going to do right here is I am in fact going to fire off the Moonblast, expecting him to predict me to go for the Scald. He is going to go into his Komala. Now, if you don't know what Komala's ability Comatose does, is it prevents him from getting any status aside from sleep. So if I did go for a Scald right here, I could not burn him, and this is a very Spadef Komala. Very Spadef with, I would assume, Rapid Spin, Wish, Protect, and U-Turn. That's kind of what I thought in the battle, at least. He is going to go for the U-turn right here, as I did just decide to stay in. I kind of wanted to force him to go for Wish Protect, and so I could scout out the rest of his moveset, since Moonblast was a 3-hit KO. He is going to go into his Primarina, and even though this thing is extremely bulky on the especially defensive side, it's still not going to appreciate this Moonblast. So, no matter what he does against me, he's going to go for the Psychic. No matter what he does, I can take 2 of them. He's going to go for the Psychic. I think he went for the Psychic, predicting the Alolan Marowak to come in as a switch into the Moonblast, but I do get the Moonblast off, get off a lot of damage. He's going to go for the second Psychic, revealing that he, I think, is Choice Specs as well as I, and I'm going to get off the Moonblast, and I'm going to get to kill this Primarina right away. Fantastic turn of events. This Primarina I did not have very good switch-ins to. So, right now he's going to go into Burge, which is his Jolteon, and I wanted to scout if this thing was Specs as well as Primarina, or if it was Life Orb. So I just decided to stay in and sack off my Primarina. I don't lose a whole lot from it. I think I actually gain a whole lot more because I gain some information, and I get a free switch into a lot of different things. So, right here, I'm going to go into Lay. This is my Comfey. This is a natural cure set, as I said before. So this thing is going to be very hard for him to 3-hit KO, or even 2-hit KO with this Jolteon. Volt Switch does a lot, but not enough to be a 2-hit KO, and as you can see, Thunderbolt is not even enough to be a 2-hit KO on especially defensive Comfey. But what he's going to go into is he's going to go into his Alolan Marowak. Now, I kind of sort of predicted this, and I went for the Leech Seed. I went for Leech Seed for a couple of different reasons. I wanted to gain some health back on this thing. I will outspeed his Alolan Marowak, and I can U-turn on it, so I can pretty much get off a little bit more chip damage on it. And with the Leech Seed plus the U-turn damage, it'll put him at a decent amount of health. So, right here, I'm going to gain the Leech Seed, the leftovers, and I'm going to get back up to a very nice amount of health, 131 out of 158. I'm going to go for the U-turn, get off a little bit more than 0 damage, and I'm going to actually be able to go into my Toxapex right here. But right here, Burge makes an amazing prediction, and he's going to go for the Earthquake. Now, this is going to be enough to easily 2-hit KO because he reveals to be Offensive Thick Club. If he was the Spadef set, he would not be able to 2-hit KO my spread of Toxapex, especially with the Leech Seed plus the Leech Seed recovery because I don't have leftovers. So what this means is that now I have to pick my sack. I have to either sack off this, or I have to sack off something else. In the long run, I decided to sack this thing off because I think if I go into my Xurkitree after this, I can Hidden Power Ground him and I can OHKO him. Because I know a lot of the offensive Alolan Marowaks run like either Jolly Max Speed or Adamant Max Speed, so that is exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to go into my Xurkitree and I'm going to click the Hidden Power Ground and hopefully OHKO this thing. I'm going to go for the Hidden Power Ground. And as you are going to see, I am not going to pick up the KO, and that is so frustrating because now I don't have a switch into this thing. If he's Jolly Max Speed, I have to rely on a Speed tie. If he's Jolly Max Speed, he outspeeds my Mamoswine. Like, there's a lot of things that this thing can do. If I had calced it, I would have seen that the only way he can live that Hidden Power Ground is if he's max HP, so he cannot outspeed my Mamoswine. I did not calc it on stream. So what I'm going to do right here is I'm going to go for the Ice Shard and pray that it kills. And as you're going to see, it does in fact pick up the KO on the Alolan Marowak, and that is a massive threat gone. I love the fact that this thing is actually decent. So right here, he's going to go into Toby, and I'm going to do the exact same thing that I did before. I'm going to spam Earthquake until he kills me so I can get my Alolan Marowak in, and I can kill him. The second that he goes for an attack and kills me, I win the game. So, he's going to go for the Recover, and right here, I'm going to go for another Earthquake on the next turn. He's going to get leftovers recurring, get back to pretty much full health. The amazing thing is, no matter what, once he kills me, Shadow Bone kills him. So he cannot risk not recovering up once he's below half, once he's taken a hit already. So going to get off the Earthquake, and as you're going to see, he's going to go for the Psyshock again. What this Psyshock is going to do is it is going to put me at a very low amount of health. It is not going to kill me though. And now we are going to play the exact same game. I'm going to wait for him to recover up or kill me. I'm going to go for the Earthquake, see what he's going to do, and as you're going to see, this is a very easy 3-hit KO on him. No matter what, it is a 3-hit KO, and he's going to go for the Recover. Now, here's the very important thing. What I'm expecting him to do is to kill me. I go into my my Alolan Marowak, I go for the Shadow Bone, and I pick up my kill after I go for this Earthquake right here, because he's definitely going to kill me after this, I think. I definitely think he's going to. I'm going to go for the Earthquake, and he's going to go for the Side Shock, and now he kills off my Mamoswine. He has had a very low amount of health, so all I have to do is go into my Alolan Marowak. I threaten this thing out instantly with a Shadow Bone. Instantly. I know for a fact that I kill this thing. So, I'm actually going to make a little bit of a ballsy play, and I'm not going to go for the Shadow Bone expecting him to switch. As you're going to see, he does in fact make the switch, and he goes into his Tree Hugger, which is a normal type, so I went for the Flare Blitz, expecting this thing to come in and be immune to the Shadow Bone. So right now I'm going to pick up this easy kill on this Komala. Now, once this Komala is down, I'm kind of sort of expecting something to happen. I'm expecting him to go into his Jolteon, click Shadow Ball, or click Volt Switch expecting me to switch, because this is my win condition right now. This Alolan Marowak is my win condition. So I'm going to pull the switch and go into my Comfey. Of course I have to. I'm expecting him to Volt Switch and go into his Reuniclus. Once he does that, I'm going to click U-turn and go back into my Alolan Marowak. But what he does is he clicks Shadow Ball. Why is this a big deal? Because now I'm actually in range to die from 2 Thunderbolts, so I'm forced to Synthesis up, and I'm put in the position that I put him in earlier in the game. Playing very offensively, risking a crit, risking a whole bunch of other things. If I was a triage set with a +3 priority draining kiss, it would be much different, but I'm not. So I have to click Synthesis and wait for him to either Volt Switch or get tired of losing a bunch of health to Life Orb and go into his Reuniclus. That's all he has left. So I'm going to get the Leftovers recovery, and as you are going to see, he is going to click Volt Switch right here as I click Synthesis. So I'm getting back up to a very good amount of health. I'm going to be at almost full, and he's at about 50% on his Jolteon. I clicked Synthesis, and he's going to go into his Reuniclus. Now, here's a little bit of a problem. His Reuniclus got in for free. The original plan that I wanted was to U-turn on this thing as it came in as he clicked Volt Switch. The reason being is because with U-turn damage, Shadow Bone automatically kills him no matter what range he's at from when he would have come back in. So now that he came in for free as I Synthesised up, he can now recover up for free. So what I'm going to do right here is I'm going to click U-turn. I obviously outspeed. I'm base 100 speed. Get off a nice little chunk of chip damage on this Reuniclus, and I'm going to go back into my Alolan Marowak. Now, this thing instantly threatens him with the Shadow Bone. The problem is the fact that I don't know if it will KO from the range that he will get at after the Leftovers. He's almost at full health. So, I have one real play, and that is to click Shadow Bone. No matter what happens, if I click Shadow Bone, it will put him in such a low amount of health that Dazzling Gleam from my Comfey will kill him. I do not pick up the KO on the Shadow Bone. He's going to go for the Side Shock, and I think this will take me out. JK, Alolan Marowak is fat. I love this thing. Best Mon in the new generation. I love Alolan Marowak. So, I'm going to be able to pick up the KO on the Reuniclus right now and go for Shadow Bone. Easy pickoff. So now all he has left is his Jolteon, and as you saw before, he is not able to 2-hit KO me with Thunderbolts from this Jolteon. So I kind of want to make sure Dazzling Gleam can kill him. So I'm going to kind of sort of stall him out a little bit to make sure he takes some more Life Orb recoil, and then I know Dazzling Gleam will be able to pick up the kill. He's going to go for the Shadow Ball, putting him at a little bit less amount of health, and that makes me happy. Then I'm going to go into my Comfey, and I'm going to click Synthesis. Probably, I'm thinking I'm going to click it about 2 times. Then he's going to click Shadow Ball first. I think he's going for the Spadef drops. If he gets 1 Spadef drop, Thunderbolt will in fact kill me. I'm going to go for the Synthesis right here, get to full health, and then I should be able to kill him after this next Life Orb hit. Even if he gets the Spadef drop after this Life Orb hit, I should be able to kill him. He's going to go for the Shadow Ball, and as you're going to see, I am able to kill him from red health with the Dazzling Gleam from the Comfey. Shout out to Comfey, I love this thing. And that is going to be the first 7th gen Wi-Fi battle being notched up to a victory on the channel. This game was so much fun. I absolutely love using Alolan Marowak. It put in so much work, and I loved everything that happened in this game. I love streaming Wi-Fi battles, so if you guys do want to come have amazing battles like this on stream with me, make sure you follow me on Twitch. Link will be down in the description below, as well as all of Burge's links are down in the description. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, make sure to leave a like for me. Also leave a comment letting me know if you want to see any special mons on a Wi-Fi battle. But with all that being said, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.